Hello guys, this is IntoCryptoSpace. Let's talk about Crow with Knife. CAW. Well. What a fun 72 hours that was. You're still here? I am, and I'm still bullish. Stay tuned and find out why. So two things cross my mind when I think about Crow with Knife, at least for the short term, right? The listing that was promised, right? There was no set date, but it was said that this week was going to be the crazy week. That this week was going to turn over anything that could have happened the previous week, right? So one would speculate, there's no promises in terms of dates. Things could be stretched throughout. You know how Binance is, you know how certain exchanges are, you do 90% of the work and you think it's going to happen, and then something falters and it gets pushed back a week. Bear in mind that this could happen, right? But one would speculate that it's tomorrow, especially because the last listing was on a Friday. And the listing actually before that, I think, was on a Friday as well for Bitmart, right? So we're thinking maybe Destruction likes his Fridays. Maybe these exchanges kind of get everything done on a Friday, right? Who knows? I'm here to speculate just as much as you are, right? But that is what I'm looking for. And it looks like a majority of the community is as well. As it had dropped as low as 59 million, and now we are at the 79 mil level, which is great. I believe it's about a 20, 25, maybe 30% increase, which is a beautiful thing. The market is looking like it's turning upside. Finally, I'm telling you, a day in red, never mind 2 days in red, it feels like an eternity, does it not? And the other thing, right, is how backed is this, right, by Crypto.com? And from what I found out, this looks very secure and actually makes me just as bullish, even if the exchange listing doesn't happen tomorrow. Right? I hope it does. Don't get me wrong. It's going to continue. It's going to push for the FOMO. We're going to set all new all-time highs. And that's what anybody in the community, I would assume, would want. Right? But this doesn't hinder the long-term play. Right? First, I'm all for the exchange. But you have to think about stuff that doesn't pan out. And at the end of the day, if it doesn't pan out this week and happens next week, a month down the line, is this token, is this coin, is this meme coin gonna be the coin that makes us all filthy rich? I would like to speculate yes, because I have been a part of this community and I see what I see and I feel what I feel. And I know if anyone else has been in this community, you guys feel just the same, right? Let's just accept that. Let's acknowledge that this token is probably one of the best meme coins on the market, if not the best, especially talking about the Chronos chain, right? Which now Crypto.com has fully backed, and you'll see how I know this. All right, so it came to my attention looking at holders, right? Generally, I like to see if whales rotate out, whales rotate in. So when we first started launching, right, into probably about 3-4 days ago, into that initial 100 mil push through, right, Crypto.com, I believe, was at a 13% wallet, right? They had 13% of the supply. Guys, they now have over 26% of the supply, pushing well over $20 million, right? One of them, guys, was, for the majority of its time, this secondary wallet right here, the one ending with 3DA3. At one point, I believe yesterday, or early morning this morning, it had transferred 15% from the previous, I think it was pushing on to a 22-23% total supply wallet. It transferred 15% here, right, to this new wallet, the 825B. And this particular wallet has everything on the Chronos chain that was recently added. So there's a bunch of USDC, right? That's more of a stable issue. There's CAW, and then there's Corgi AI. Now, an upwards of 15% supply from this morning of Crow with Knife. I'd like to say, as a holder, as an individual here, that makes me quite bullish. That makes me feel safe, regardless if it's a market maker, right, where it just rotates out on sells, right? It still makes me feel good, right? Now, over the course of the day, within a 12-hour period, the 15% has pushed into an 18.35, and the market maker wallet has increased as well. So now, in total, pushing up to a 26% of the entire supply, right? Also, let's bear in mind the Crypto.com CDC withdrawal wallet. And one would like to speculate, this might have something to do if you want to take your Crow with Knife out of the exchange and put it into a DeFi wallet, right? Because as of yesterday, this morning, you couldn't do that. Maybe this is starting the process, but I'd like to add that 1.1% of the supply is in this wallet as well. So the entities that we know of, guys, between the first, second, and ninth, eighth holder are all owned by Crypto.com and has a majority stake pushing over 28% at this point. 28% being well over about $22 million of Crow with Knife. Guys, this is bullish. This makes me feel safe. This makes me feel secure because it keeps going up. I digress. So the next thing would be the listing. So I don't know if the listing is going to happen, right? There's things that I've seen previously before last week where there was statements said, this week is going to be crazy compared to the last, right? But I've also seen a message from the CEO saying that things take time, basically to have patience, right? And that doesn't necessarily mean anything's pushed back, but there's a chance that it is pushed back, right? So going into tomorrow, there's going to be a lot of volatility. People speculating and FOMOing in, thinking that it's going to happen. And then on the chance that it doesn't happen, people are going to sell off. And that is going to have to be accepted by anyone and everybody here because it's true. It's just going to happen. But see this as a potential opportunity. Wait for that dip and get in. On the other hand, congratulations, we're at all-time highs, where the listing will surely push people into it, and this will easily get back to 125 to 150, and later that day, like last week, we could see a parabolic run and potentially hit the 200 mil market cap level. But think about that, guys. Even if shit hits the fan, the day it happens, this thing is flying. So regardless if it's putting a huge bag in, DCAing, waiting for the drop, waiting for the dip, whatever it may be, as I always say, plant those seeds because you do not want to miss the run up. It's going to happen eventually. And as I stated, as I showed you guys, Crypto.com has this token's back. Over 26% of the supply, and it's not going down, it's just increasing. Meanwhile, let's look at some stats. Let's look at some facts, right? So let's refresh this, go to top 50, because now we're pushing into all these dexes, all these exchanges. Meanwhile, PancakeSwap isn't here, but will be eventually. Guys, I noticed that Uniswap and Radium, guys, they're kind of popping off. They were very much on the low ball here, but 500,000 in the last 24 hours? That's kind of crazy. That's Solana, guys. That is Solana. And then you have some action coming from Ethereum. I'm just saying, that's looking kind of bullish. So from the Solana chain alone, there's just about 1 million in volume. And I'm telling you right now, Radium and Jupiter, they're on the low end. Let's see. Yeah. Crypto.com is still pushing under 1 million, which is funny because they're just buying up everything. I don't even know if some of this stuff is seen or done in the back end because I don't understand how they're not higher. They're taking up 5% of supply almost every other day. But guys, this is still very much alive. 12 million in volume for Bitmart for the last 5 days. VVS still popping off. This is by no means a dead coin. And like the previous video, Corgi AI, all these meme coins, they have a period of sell-off, trade sideways, and then boom, parabolic. And there's no chance to get in as it runs up. Because before you know it, before you blink, 10%, 50%, 100%. It just happens just like that. And you need to plan accordingly. You need to have conviction. I still have a bag here. I'm still very much bullish. It's just a matter of time. The profits that I had taken out early this week, and it was just slightly over my initial investment, I just, like I said, I spread the seeds. I have a couple of projects that I put a very small amount of Crow in, and that's just there to be planted on. Other than that, I'm still horribly bullish on this project. Mine long term is selling some profit at the 250 mil market cap level and to leave a huge moon bag. Because by then, I'd be covered. It's house money by far. And I can sit back with the community, chill, raid, make videos. And guys, we are looking good. Have conviction. Good luck tomorrow. I'm here to help inform, talk to people, and still make you bullish on this project. I'd like to add that Destruction, the CEO, has been around on a daily basis and has been very active today compared to previous. As always, guys, this is not financial advice. I do these purely for entertainment purposes, but I do remain transparent that I am invested in this project. I am bullish on this project, and I am here to inform the community and viewers of my thoughts and my thoughts only. They are completely opinionated. Please do your own research. Again, guys, this is IntoCryptoSpace. Thank you again so much for viewing me, viewing my videos, supporting me. You guys are the absolute best. Until next time.